Before you begin, you will need to mop up any oil spills. You must have ready a container large enough to hold all the oil from the engine you are about to drain, and have enough new oil of the correct type to refill the engine later. In some vehicles, the engine will drain more easily if the filler cap at the top of the engine has been removed, so do this before the car is lifted. Always use the service manual to help you locate and identify components if you are not completely sure of their location. The oil drain plug is found underneath the oil pan, which holds all the oil in the engine. Some vehicles have two drain plugs, draining separate sump areas. To minimize the possibility of damage to the head of the bolt, you will need a box wrench or socket wrench to remove and replace the drain bolt. Be very careful that you do not remove the transmission drain plug by mistake. When you have removed the drain bolt, separate the sump plug gasket from the bolt and clean the threads. If the threads are damaged, then the bolt may need to be replaced. Look for solid metal particles stuck to the bolt and report these to your supervisor. They may indicate an undiagnosed problem with the engine. The oil will drain more efficiently from the engine if it is hot, so run the engine for a few minutes before draining. But if the oil is hot, it can burn you. So be very careful when you remove the plug so that the oil does not spill onto your hand. If the engine is cold, you will need to allow much longer for it to completely drain, or the new oil will become contaminated by residual oil still clinging to the inside surfaces of the engine. If the drained oil is hot, take extra care not to spill it, especially not onto yourself. When tipping the oil from the draining container into the recycle container, again, look for signs of metal particles left at the bottom of the container.